We welcome you to the Priscilla R. Tyson Cultural Arts Center on this 9th day of March, 2023, for our Conversations and Coffee program. I'm Ellen O'Shaughnessy, coordinator of the program. We are delighted to have with us Clyde Victor Berry, known also as Claude, named after his uncle. But since he was a little boy, Clyde shares that he has called himself Clyde. So that is the name we will call you for our Conversations and Coffee. How's that? Good? Yeah. Clyde was born in Columbus, Ohio, and attended Lyndon McKinley and North High School. At Lyndon McKinley, he was taught art by Charles Byers. And at North High School, his art teacher was Beatrice Eastwood. Clyde says that both teachers inspired and encouraged him to pursue his art. Gratitude to these amazing teachers and mentors. And then Clyde received a scholarship to Columbus College of Art and Design after graduating from North High School in 1974. He attended CCAD for a few years. As he says, life took me then on a path with different passions. And this is where his passion for music comes in. And he left for California with a band in hopes of finding opportunities there. Clyde stayed out west for a few years before returning to Columbus. No, Clyde shares, we did not become rich and famous, but it was a good experience. Clyde met his wife, Toni, here in Columbus. Toni, wonderful to have you with us. And you celebrate, both of you, that you've been married almost 40 years. Great. For a while, Clyde and Toni lived in Old Town East, and Clyde became a member of the ACE Gallery. ACE standing for Art for Community Expression. I loved that gallery. We had for Conversations and Coffee, Smokey Brown, Amina Robinson, Kojo Camus, Queen Brooks, Roman Johnson, Elijah Pierce. I invited them all for Conversations and Coffee. Clyde says he participated in several shows and exhibitions during this time in his connection with ACE Gallery. And then he also renovated his house with HUD. And Toni, you helped him, huh? You were right there. The Housing and Urban Development Properties. And this further utilized his artistic abilities and at the same time made comfortable homes for their 4 children. And Clyde and Toni now have 6 grandchildren. Yay. Clyde worked installing alarm systems for several years before getting a full-time job with Columbus City Schools as head custodian. And after retiring in 2016, Clyde worked again as a substitute instructional assistant. He also rediscovered his passion for art again in a new way and has been engaged with art ever since. Clyde has had artwork on display at the Upper Cup on Parsons Avenue. He applied for our loft gallery here at the Cultural Arts Center, and he met Katie Fisher, our beloved former staff member, who had seen his work at the Upper Cup. Clyde reflects on seeing Katie here at the Cultural Arts Center after she had seen his work at the Upper Cup. He says, I guess I'm saying all this to say you don't ever know who will see your work or when. And we are so delighted Katie saw yours and have brought you here. Clyde's present style is a form of pointillism. He begins with a sketch and then he adds watercolors. And after that, he comes back with fine point markers and colored pens. That was great you shared that. You can see that in your work. My inspiration comes from my love of life. Clyde, we are so delighted you are with us today. And share that love of life through your art. And with Toni and all of us. Yes. Take it away.
Well, I guess I'm not shy, but it's like, what you want me to say? I don't know what to say. Okay, they're firing up the board for me because I got a few example of my artwork, how the process goes. And I got a hallway full of artwork that you can come to see. Hopefully you come and check me out. But this is inspired from the country music that I like, because I like country music. I mean, I love all kinds of music. But this is called Boots and Guitars. Okay, got the stuff fired up. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but hey, this is the start. Okay, down some. This is the starting of this finished picture right here. And it actually starts out with a little sketch. And, okay, oh wait, okay, I actually put the watercolors in, which you can see just various colors and stuff. And then I take my little pen and I just dot, and it eventually ends up with this right here, which is this drawing right here. So, anybody got any questions or anything?
Okay, the dot process.
Mm-hmm.
What does that, I don't know if it's the right word, what does that do to the artwork? Does it give it more something? Or, I don't know, I'm not asking the question right, but putting the dots on the picture.
It actually give you, it's pointillism. That's what it actually is. So, I mean, you can see that, it's a process. That you can see the dots actually give you different colors and stuff. And when you're talking about the watercolor being put down, it's like when you put it down, I'm not just brushing it all so it'd be this, the same texture and stuff. It's like you got little areas right here. And that's some of the stuff when I'm putting dots down. I'm following stuff like this.
I think it adds more definition to your color.
Yeah, it does. It adds definitely more definition. But this is one of my drawings. I got another one. Yeah, let's see here. Well, that's one of my favorites because I tried to learn how to surf when I was out in California and almost died. Like my friends are, hey, you got the wetsuit on, okay, you take the board out, and all you gotta do is stand on the board. But they didn't tell me when you have the board, you got the bungee cord on your ankle. So, hey, I was up on the board, the board drug me in. And it's like, after that, I'm done with surfing. You can forget that. But I do like boogie boarding. And she can tell you that every time we go to Virginia, I'm boogie boarding. I love it. So oh, I keep going over here. Okay. You can see it's the sketch process. And I think I do have this piece out there. I don't have it in here. See, you got all the watercolor down. I think this one I started dotting before, actually. But you got, all the waves and all that stuff. And then, thank you. I love colors, too. If you notice my drawings, I love color. It's like, you cannot beat colors. And that's the finished process of that. I wish that was me, but like I said, I got drugged in, so hey, you wouldn't find me doing nothing like that. So, any questions? Oh, all right, yes.
The dots, what you had in the beginning, was that watercolor just in little dots?
Yeah.
And then when you use the pen, it's always the black, or is it colored?
No, I got color pens. I got so many color pens of all different colors. So, I mean, I'm using like a yellow pen here and maybe brown there, a little bit of green. So.
It's and those bubbles and the clouds.
Like I say, nature is I think this thing, is it going out? Really? Still can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, okay, I guess I will talk louder. Yes, ma'am. But when you're talking art, to me, the world's best artist of all time is all you gotta do is look out your window. You cannot beat nature. Everybody's, well, Van Gogh and all these guys, Van Gogh and them all, they're punks. When you're talking about Mother Nature is the best artist of all time. So, okay, let me go to the next one. All I got is 3, so hey, you're not going to get with so much out. This is going out, I'm telling you. And this is probably my latest project because I go through phases and stuff. I mean, some of my drawings I actually do from my mind, but some stuff that I do, I actually look at pictures and stuff. And the process of me doing a picture is, like I said, I'll sketch out stuff. And when I get the color down and stuff, I'll never look at the picture again. Because the paper is, I mean, it's going to become, it will do its own artwork. So this is it looking up at Saturn? And like I said, that's out in the hallway too. So you got the watercolors. And like I say, when I'm dotting and stuff, you see stuff like this. That's what I'm dotting along, you know, when you see in the pen and stuff, it's when you put the watercolor down, like I said, if you're not putting it down and you let it does its thing and stuff, that's what I'm doing. And that's oh, I got 4 of this one. No, cool. I thought I only had 3, but this is the process of me putting the dots down. And that's the finished guy. And this is supposed to be Saturn. You're looking at Saturn. So, any questions? Okay, yeah, I mean, that's it far as
How it is that you love Mother Nature so well. You remember as a child just coming to know?
oh, just like everybody, looking up at clouds and imagining stuff and just sitting out late with the AM radio out on our front porch, because I used to live on 5th in Lexington here in Columbus, and being out on our parents' front porch and having the radio on is looking up at clouds and daydreaming and stuff. So, they say you can't beat nature. So.
How beautiful you share it with us in this way.
Well, thank you for inviting me. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. Okay. I have these other drawings up here too, so I don't know if you guys can see it or if there's any questions about them.
I presume that's a canyon you're looking up then?
Oh, that's definitely, yep.
Yeah.
Looking upwards, that's what it is.
Cool.
And I think that might be a picture maybe that I looked at and stuff. But like I say, once I get the watercolor down and stuff, I never go back and look at the picture again. I let it take its own course, because if you can really look at this, it's like the movement. You can't see wind, so you got to, you know, picture the wind moving and stuff, and you got all the swiggly lines and stuff. Let me see. And this is one of my favorites too. When you're on the beach and you're looking out the ocean and you're seeing wheatgrass and stuff. And you got, like I said, the clouds, and I love clouds. So if you notice a lot of my drawings, the clouds are like that. Wow, the clouds, you know, I love clouds. Like I said, I love sunsets too. Say sunsets and sunrise, that's one of my favorites.
Take your images from photographs that you take yourself, or just what you
Some with photographs that I've taken myself, and like I said, I sit down in my little music room upstairs. My wife, what are you doing? I'm just watching TV and looking at pictures and stuff. But I say a lot of my stuff, well, some of my stuff is actually pictures. And then, like I said, some is in my imagination too. And I say, oh boy, where are you coming with this stuff at? Something's wrong with you, guy. So, yes.
And you went to Columbus College of Art and Design. What do you recall from there that you carried through?
Oh, God. No, I can't do it. Can I, Tony? Well, first of all, I was a knucklehead. So, hey, you know more than the teacher, so you think. So, the teacher, I mean, that's an excellent school. Well, if you graduate from CCAD, hey, you know that you accomplished something. Because the first day that we came in, they said, hey, probably half of you guys won't make it. So it's like, hey, it was a good school. But I guess my problem was I was young and I wanted to travel and see things. So it's like, hey, the teachers got on my nerves and stuff. Hey, I know more than you right, son. But so if I had to do it over again at this age and my knowledge, I probably would have got my degree and stuff. But when you're talking about being, 18, 19, you don't know what's going on.
Heard your teachers in high school. They
Right.
influenced you. That was beautiful.
Right. They did, because they didn't have to deal. They didn't have to deal with me, but only had so many hours. When you talk about being at CCAD and art that's all it is, and stuff is like, oh, okay. But no, art has always been a part of my life. I'm saying even when I was a little kid, I would draw stuff and I'd take it into my mom, and Mom, you didn't do that. Yes, I did. So, yeah.
President Kanzani would be proud of you with your love of color.
I mean, what is there not to love about color? I mean, we're not in a black and white world. The world is so colorful. And I think, okay, you said you was on your sailboat, like I said, you can relate to this picture right here if you could see it.
Yeah.
It's just a boat out there sailing.
Lifestyle into itself.
Yeah, yep. Okay.
Shall we follow you out to the gallery?
Yes.
Let's get a guided tour.
Guided tour. Well, the drawings that you're seeing, the majority of them are drawings that I did when COVID. Well, I think these are before COVID, these guys right there, but a lot of them are COVID. COVID has got me really back into drawing. So, I mean, this is a lighthouse that was in Carolina when we visit Carolina. This is another one that I'd seen a dandelion growing through the cracks in asphalt and stuff, and it's like, that is a cool picture. But there's so many pictures. This is my wife, Tony, holding a bunch. Hey, okay, don't be shaking your head, no. And we're running up out of here now. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So there's so many art pieces. Like I said, I love clouds. If you look at the clouds, and like I said, you can't see wind, but if you notice all the swiggly lines and stuff, I'm trying to, I guess, create wind blowing. And you got the dunes here with the wind blowing in the sun and stuff. I got to explain each one of these guys? Oh, okay. Well, is there any one that you guys are? I don't. Because I guess Bill, the other artist I was talking to and stuff, he said he liked that one too, and it's like all of them I like until I get them down, and it's like, okay, it's done. Let's go to something else. But Bill, the one artist, he said that I guess he really just liked the lines and the clouds and stuff.
Yeah, it really works.
Yep.
You can see the movement of the air. Color?
It's all watercolor.
Okay, and then you use pattern.
Because like I say, and it's like you said, once you get the watercolor down, it's not really, hey, just a solid color, and that's where a lot of my lines and stuff, that's where I get the lines from, with the flow of the water, color being put down. This one right here that I did, it's like I didn't have the birds in it, and it took me a few days to finish it and stuff. Like, it was so bland and stuff, but once I put the birds in it, it was like, hey, yeah, that's what it needed. So I'm a musician, and I got a few works like this, and I got more at home like this as far as the music stuff goes. I'm surprised I didn't bring any more up in here, but I'm a bass player and stuff. And this one is supposed to be icicles with a water melting, dripping down. Do you?
Yeah, there's a humor about the icicles and the winter and the cold, and just taking it on. Huh?
It was funny because when I seen it, I thought I was going to do like a series of other stuff, and I didn't do any more. That was the only thing that I did as far as winter goes, so that must be telling me I don't like winter. So,
That one.
okay, cool. Cool. This is one that my wife, like I said, I talk to Tony and stuff and try to listen to her, but I'm a hard head and stuff, because she was saying that, hey, don't be so intense and don't put so many dots up in it, and try to leave it, blank, because that's what you like the most, is the one before I start putting dots up in it.
Watercolor. As soon as he puts the watercolor down, it's a beautiful picture. I want it to stop right there because it's soft and gentle. But he's this. So he comes in with the dots, and I'm like, why are you putting all the dots?
Look at this right here. You could be at the beach and the sun setting and stuff and all the lights.
It's his art.
Okay. Like I say, a lot of them with the sun. I just love the sunset, man, and sun in the evenings and stuff. And this one, I'm trying to think, how did I come up with this one? I guess I was just one day outside and stuff, was looking at the little trees and stuff and looking at the sky and stuff. And it's like, that would be a cool picture, just have trees in the clouds. And it's like, yeah, that's that.
The perspective of that is so good.
Mm.
Looking through the trees.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Is that because you did the trees last?
No, the trees are first.
They're 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And it's crazy. And I got to make sure that this stuff kind of line up and stuff. But no, the trees are the first thing that I do.
Nature behind that.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
And I got there's one down there that everybody likes that I did a tree. And it's like a early morning. It might be a full moon and stuff, but a lot of people like it. New Orleans, when I was down in New Orleans, that's where I got that picture from, because you got so many musicians. New Orleans is just a great city to be. If you've never been there, you should make sure you go to New Orleans, because the music there is fantastic.
Where did you get it from?
I think that might have been, no, this one is not. Well, I'm trying to think. It might be imagination, because I've got some that I've been, but I think that might be. You like that one? I like the colors.
Colors, yeah.
The colors are cool. I love colors. And this is the one that was in there when you showed on the board, and that's me dreaming about surfing. And that's all that's about. And this is like right here, this is the wave when you looking at a wave when the wave is breaking and stuff. This is what probably a surfer would see, but I didn't see nothing like that. All I see is water and hey, somebody help me out. Okay, got this guy right here. This is the beginning of a storm. So that's what that drawing is featuring. More surf. Let's go this way, guys. Let's get away from all the surfing and stuff. It's getting me scared and stuff. This is one of my favorites because I guess I'm a musician. I just love musical stuff. But this is called Cool Like That. And it's like, it's kind of cool with a bass, you know, and a microphone and a trumpet with a hat up on it and stuff. That is pretty cool. This is the one I was talking about when you're saying the trees with all the lines going through it. If you guys can come this way. This one was really hard to do when you're saying lining up, you know. Started with the trees. Well, watercolor, then they started with the trees.
So you did the blue watercolor first?
No, the trees was what I did first, and then I did, yeah. And I think that took a little bit longer time to do, too, because you had to get all the stuff lined up.
Watercolors are hard to keep the colors separate. You do an exceptional job.
All right.
Yes.
This is the one that I got from a picture that I was looking at and stuff, and it's like, hey, everybody would like that because it's just a paper plane in the wind. And like I said, my last group that I was doing, I got it all in things about planets and stuff, and just like, hey, you know, you got Saturn, and this is supposed to be the moon Titan. You're looking at Saturn. Then you got the moon. And I think this one is like a water, just the ocean. The perspective of that is pretty wild. Okay. Back behind you. Does anybody have any questions? I see you guys are, hey, Tony, snap out of it, Tony.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. Okay. These are the ones that are really colorful and stuff. And this is supposed to be, hey, footprints in the sand. If you go on the beach and sometime when you get up early morning and stuff, you see people walking in the sand before the ocean, you know, wipe the footprints out. That's what you got. This is one from my imagination, and that's like, I don't know where that comes from, but hey, that's imagination. That's another imagination when you're talking about the suns and just the clouds and stuff. More wheat stalks. And I don't know what kind of flowers are these, but they're the back of the flowers. It's not the flowers. You're looking at the back of them.
How do you pick your colors? Do you have a...
I think the colors pick me. Seriously, when I'm doing stuff is, the drawing, it takes on its own life. Really, it's not. I'm not even thinking. I'm just dotting and stuff, and like the drawing takes on its own life, right, Tony? Yep. Like I said, like you say, you see in the clouds. I love clouds. I say a jet plane taking off, and you got breaking through the clouds and stuff, and you got the sun. Okay, let's get over to this wall. These guys are supposed to be over with the moon and stuff, but my boss and grandson said, "Hey, this would be a good setup." So you got it may be Neil Armstrong that's on the moon. And you got, the cameras facing him. And this is supposed to be like our end of the world. You got an asteroid out there just waiting to slam into Earth. And if that's happened, all the politic stuff that we get into and everything's not going to be nothing. So it's like, hey, the dinosaurs got a good run. We may not get a run like the dinosaurs. Okay, you got the sunflower with the ladybug up on it. And I guess this is supposed to be green grass. I'm saying, guess that's what it's supposed to be. And you got the lighthouse with the storm.
Since you were in high school.
No, I've been drawing this a lot. Yeah.
Children, grandchildren?
My son can draw. Matter of fact, he did the exact same thing I did. Went to CCAD and went there for a couple of years and then dropped out. And it's like, hey, he's still trying to discover what he want to do, but he can draw. He's really good at art. So I wish he would pick it up, and hopefully he does at this, point in time. He's still trying to figure out what's going on, but hopefully he does.
Take a class here.
I have.
Yeah.
I think my grandson will be taking a class here because he's an artist too. Yeah, he's and he didn't realize that this exists because what Christopher does. What is the thing that he does, Tony?
He is connected with a lot of things that have to do with Parks and Rec, and he's with a group called Canvas, and they kind of promote different local, like Columbus City schools and other things like that. He's really into art, but he came in here yesterday and he was like, "This place is gorgeous." I said, "You don't know about it?" Because when his mother was little, we brought her and another child for like a photography class. I mean, it's always been a cool place. It's been cool forever, but yeah, he didn't know how nice it really was. It's very inspiring just to walk inside this building.
Isn't that true?
Yeah, I love it.
Well, thank you for introducing him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shall we go back in?
Yes, go back in class.
Oh, let's go ahead and talk.
Let's talk about it. Is there any other questions that you guys want to ask me?
To ask, I know when you first started doing art, because we have some pictures at home that are oil.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you've had some other things on canvas. I almost wish we would have brought that old picture just sits in the back of the basement. And it's a portrait of a person. You did more portrait-y things, or?
It's funny when you're, asking that and stuff. It's like, I don't know why the watercolor and pointillism got me by to tell that's what I'm doing, because like you said, I've done other artworks. I mean, I've worked with pastels. I did pencil drawings and stuff, but this for some reason
Where you're going to stay parked?
no, this is not, no. I want to go back to doing pastels. That's what I want to do. Say no. But at this point in time, this is what I'm doing until I go back to pastels.
What again do pastels do for you? Why is it that you want to do that?
It's because when you're drawing, with pastels and stuff, you can get your fingers and mix the colors and get, the colors that you really want and stuff. And that's what I really like about pastels. And I did some artwork first in high school that was pastel, that was downtown, where they have, the artists, the kids, the Columbus City School artwork and stuff. And I wish some of the stuff I would have saved and stuff, because some of the stuff was pretty cool. It's like, man, but no, I gave everything away. I wish I would have brought the drawings that I did like 30 years ago, and it was in my color and, my booklet and stuff, and I just finished both of those today. And it's like, this drawing took 30 years to make. So, yeah. What's up, Bill?
More control when you use pastels.
Say that
You
again.
have more control.
You have more control, but
Say so.
yeah, you do have more control, definitely more than what watercolors and doing. I guess with me doing, with the pointillism stuff, that give me control for doing watercolor. But pastels, you definitely have more control. Okay.
Have you worked in acrylics or oils?
Yes.
And why do you feel like you favor the pen and the watercolor of
I don't know. Like I said, that's what's got me at this point in time because I've done, like the drawing she's talking about is in the basement and stuff. I got a couple, on big canvas and stuff. It's oil paintings and stuff that I did a long time ago and stuff. But I don't know why I drifted away from that. But, yep. And like I said, hopefully maybe I'll get back into it.
Have you tried printmaking?
Printmaking? Did I try? Nah. You mean like getting prints made up?
Yeah, like you can do etching or woodcut.
Oh, you're talking about the linoleum type things, And I thought that was cool. I actually did that and stuff.
I mean, your work could translate very well with that. So,
Okay. Yeah, it's really, Okay.
Have you tried water soluble oils?
Oh, water solvent
Water
oils.
solvent?
No.
Oils, no?
Only oils, like I said, I did at the stuff. Hey, you sit there and paint it, and it takes 2 or 3 days for it to dry and stuff. It's not like acrylics. When you do acrylics, you pretty much got to be this is what it is.
It's different.
Yeah, it's
It's
different.
like you tried oil,
Yeah.
traditional oil.
Mm-hmm.
You can try water soluble oils.
What is it like?
You just use water for thinning,
Is that
for
the-
cleaning. That's what I use.
Oh,
I use
interesting.
traditional oils. Now I
Does
prefer water
does it
soluble
actually
oils.
dry quicker when you're using it and
Yes,
stuff?
you can add some medium, so it dries good, just like with the oils. It's
Okay.
great.
Isn't the goal?
You don't use the solvents.
Okay.
And you could use some oils, traditional oils, a little bit.
Well, come to her conversations and
I'm
coffee.
definitely, I'm coming. I said I didn't met these two guys. I'm definitely showing up for.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm definitely saying, hey, without a doubt, because he's got his booklets with me, and it's like those are too cool. I love his booklets. Yep. Okay. What's up, guys?
what about your music?
Oh, music. Yeah, you don't even want to go with music because music is definitely the second half of me. And music, like I said, first of all, I play bass guitar when I'm with the GTM band and Wade and the Mojo Blues Band. I play with a couple bands here in town, and we play like around in some of the bars and stuff, but not as much. No, I don't want to do it as much because it's rough. But the music that I like is not, I'm not caged by any music because I just love all music. You hear people, well, you can't stand rap. Rap is all right until they get into all the swearing. But other than that, I like all music. I love country. I love hard rock. I love metal music. I love rhythm and blues. I love soul. There's not any music that I do not like.
A lot of musicians are like that. They play all kinds of stuff.
Yep. If you say you like music, you pretty much got to, if you hear somebody saying they don't like this and don't like that, you don't like music. Because music is, is music. It doesn't make any difference what style it is. So.
We'll invite you back as a musician, too.
Yes.
Bring your whole group, jam.
Hey, I'm pretty sure the guys might want to do that. Put it this way, I played Comfest a couple of times and stuff, and I love that. That is one of the best festivals here in town when you're talking music and stuff. And the one band that I'm playing with now has never did Comfest, and we're trying to see if we can get in Comfest, because that's just, I'm a hippie. I'm like you. We're old hippies and stuff. I was telling Bill that at one time I did have dreads. I had dreads all the way down to my butt. And I just got them cut probably like 2 or 3 years ago because I wanted something different because I had them for like about 20 years. So if you see me back then, that's not the same guy. He's got a haircut. So, yeah.
Well, to combine both the artistic expressions is wonderful.
Well, thank you, Ellen.
Just agree.
Thank you, Ellen.
For your children and your
Yeah.
grandchildren, what a gift.
Yep. I wish she would get back into her poetry. She is a poet, and you don't quit shaking your head because you are. She got some stuff, that old stuff that she had wrote and stuff. She is a poet, but she's, I guess, with me running her and our other youngest daughter running her and stuff, that she don't have any time for herself. She's always doing stuff for everybody. She's an amazing woman.
Glad you came back then from California to meet her, because you were
Yep.
going to stay there and
Yep.
music thing.
I'm glad I left California, period, because there was a lot of stuff that was going on that was not good. It was not good. I'm telling you.
Mr. Barry, this
Yes,
has been
ma'am.
wonderful.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Um,
Like I said, I was so, when you called me, what was I doing? When you said, hey, I was doing this, what did I do? I started screaming, was like, yeah, yes, yes, yes. And you was thinking, hey, that's gotta be fake. Nope, that's me. That's me.
We're going to give you a round of applause.
Thank you. Yay. Hip hip parade. All right. Hold on.
Thank you, and keep the talent alive and moving among us. We thank you.
Everybody's got something they can give. And that's what people don't understand, is because this is my, this is me, but everybody's got something to give. You're not on this planet and you don't have something that you can contribute. And that's what people don't understand. You may not be an artist, you may not be a musician, but maybe you're a person that love to be out, even cutting everything. You've got a purpose here. And that's what people, you got so many people who don't understand that, hey, you got a purpose to be here. And be the best that you can be. That's what it comes down to.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.